Small steps, big success in a crowded town, filled with movement and noise, where buses screeched at every corner and people rushed as if racing time itself. There lived an 18-year-old boy named Armand. He was ordinary in every possible way. Not the top student, not the fastest runner, not the kind of boy people turned their heads to look at. His life was simple, almost too simple. A small home shared with his parents and little sister, a part-time job at a small shop, and long days that felt like they repeated without meaning, yet inside him lived a storm no one else could see. Every day he compared himself to others. His classmates won awards while he struggled to finish assignments. His friends bought new clothes while he saved every coin. On social media, everyone seemed successful. He, on the other hand, felt stuck, invisible, lost. The thought that hurt him the most was simple. Maybe I am not meant to succeed. And that thought followed him everywhere, even into his sleep. One evening, he found his father repairing an old wooden chair outside their home. The chair looked hopeless, cracked and rough. Armand sighed. Why fix this? It'll take forever. His father didn't respond immediately, just moved the sandpaper gently across the wood again and again. Dust floated into the warm light. After a few minutes, his father smiled softly and said, "One stroke may look useless, but 1,000 strokes can turn broken wood into beauty." The words stayed with Armand long after the conversation ended. That night, lying in the dark, he replayed the scene in his mind, the rough wood slowly becoming smooth, the patient movements, the quiet belief that small actions matter. The next morning, he woke up before the sun. He didn't make a grand plan. He didn't suddenly become a different person. He simply picked up a book from the top shelf and read 2 pages. It's just 2. When he finished, he felt an unfamiliar spark of pride. The next day, he did it again and again. A month later, he had finished the entire book, something he had never done in his life. Life did not magically become easier. People laughed at him. 2 pages won't change anything. Others mocked him for doing 10 push-ups every morning. That's nothing. But he remembered the chair, remembered the quiet truth. Little things grow when you don't stop. Weeks turned into months. His 2 pages became 10. His 10 push-ups became a morning workout. His habit of saving a single coin turned into a small collection. With that, he bought simple tools and began repairing old watches for neighbors. At first, no one cared. But over time, people noticed his patience, his growing skill, his quiet effort. He didn't realize it at first, but he was changing. His mind became clearer from all the reading. His body grew stronger. His confidence, once almost invisible, began to rise like the morning sun. And slowly, almost silently, life began to open its doors for him. By the time he reached his mid-20s, Armand was no longer the unnoticed boy he once was. He ran a small watch repair shop. He had read dozens of books. He had discipline, focus, and a calmness that others admired. One day, he was invited to speak at a local school. Nervous but determined, he stood before the students and shared the truth that changed his life. "Success doesn't come from sudden miracles," he said gently. "It comes from small steps. 1 page a day makes you a reader. 1 minute of exercise makes you stronger. 1 coin saved becomes a treasure. Small steps build big futures." The children listened with wide eyes. Teachers nodded with quiet respect. And in that moment, Armand realized something powerful. His journey, which began with just 2 pages and 10 push-ups, was now inspiring others to begin their own. Years later, his repair shop grew into a workshop with apprentices learning under him. His small library became a room full of books. His fitness routine became a lifestyle. People trusted him not because he rose quickly, but because he never stopped rising. Whenever someone asked him the secret to his success, he smiled and repeated the words he learned as a boy. There is no secret. It's just small steps taken every day. He would often walk to the place where his father once sanded the old chair. He remembered the quiet strokes, the patience, the message hidden in the simple act. 1 stroke means nothing. 1,000 strokes mean everything. The story reminds us that greatness doesn't come from speed. It comes from consistency. Don't underestimate small steps. They may look tiny today, but one day you'll look back and realize how far they carried you. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing motivational stories.